Hi, I'm Steve Cottrell, founder of DealerVault. In the next few minutes, we're going to show you the DealerVault application, an innovative product that is revolutionizing the way data is harvested and distributed in the automotive industry. Our goal with DealerVault is to provide a safe, secure, and compliant environment, giving the dealers complete visibility and indemnification around data movement and related issues. When we first look at the DealerVault application, it's important to understand three things. First of all, what does it do? Who's involved? And how does it work? One of the key factors of the DealerVault application is the logging potential that it provides. Anytime anybody logs into the DealerVault application, there's a record kept. Anytime anybody starts a new data feed, stops a data feed, or alters a data feed, a series of emails go out. Best practices say that a dealership or dealership group should have a single system administrator, and from there they can disseminate additional users to the system. When someone logs into the application and makes a change, a series of emails go out to first, the system administrator, secondly, the person who logged into the system, third, the dealer vendor that is affected by that change, and then fourth, an email is sent to DealerVault for redundancy. With the DealerVault Web Interface, we give the dealer visibility like they've never had before in a simple and easy to use application. From the home page, you're actually able to easily move between stores. So if you're a multi-franchise dealership, you've actually got the ability to navigate very simply. From the home page, you can see every vendor that's currently receiving a feed, the feed type, the schedule for delivery of that data, when it was last harvested from the dealership DMS, when it was last delivered to the vendor, and the actual record count of the number of records that were sent in that feed. Additionally, you have the ability to simply deactivate a feed with a single touch of a mouse. The use of the DealerVault application is extremely simple. To add a new vendor, click Add a Vendor, select from the drop-down list. Once you select from the drop-down list, the file types are displayed. A dealer can simply approve each file type and hit Submit. If the dealer wants to have more visibility into the actual data elements that are included in that feed, by touching the Fields button, you actually receive granular detail. Further functionality allows the dealer to block certain data elements. So for example, here I've blocked the use of cell phone. Now to go a little bit further with that, once we hit Submit, we're going to receive a warning. Okay? It's important to understand that the dealer vendor has specified the data that's required to run their application. This application is controlled by the dealer, so if the dealer makes a change, it's possible that it could affect the functionality of the vendor's application. That's why we put in a warning box. If the dealer chooses to go ahead and accept that change, an email is immediately sent to the system administrator, to the person who logged in, and most importantly in this case, the vendor, to let them know that a change has been made to their feed. This does not affect the formatting of the feed or the deliverability of the feed. The vendor will still receive the file in a format that they are expecting. It's just that the given data element will be excluded. Once that selection is concluded, the data feed moves into the pending activities area on the home page. It will remain there until the vendor actually tests this feed. When that feed is initially sent up, a series of records from the actual dealership DMS is sent to the vendor so they can test their import process. The DMSs may be standardized, but over a decade of DMS experience has shown us that oftentimes dealerships use their DMSs a little bit differently. So with this functionality, we're requiring the vendor to actually test the import and make sure that they're getting the expected results before the application can go live. Once the vendor approves that feed, it will automatically move from pending activities down to current feeds for visibility for the dealer. Additional functionality is provided in the application for dealership mapping of their own reports. By clicking on the Mapping tab, we expose all of the elements tabbed by file type. A dealer can very easily generate their own internal reports or create reports to be sent externally on the fly. This is all included in the application. User management of the DealerVault application is quite simple. To add a new user, click Add a Profile, enter the appropriate information, and here you have the ability to select what stores you actually want this particular user to have access to. It may be a general manager at a given dealership, or it may be somebody in the IT department. You've got the ability to give them just store access, or you can make them a store admin. The difference between store access and store admin is an admin can create additional users. Password management is extremely simple. We click Change Password, enter the current password, enter a new password. Obviously, security protocols suggest that passwords should be rotated quite frequently. Another important functionality of the DealerVault application is reporting and giving dealers visibility into what data was actually sent and when. By clicking the View Reports, all of the dealership data feeds are going to be listed here by vendor and by type. Every feed that's sent from Rackspace to the dealer vendor are retained for a period of 90 days. On the 91st day, that particular file is going to be shredded and destroyed. But for 90 days, the dealer actually has the ability to view each and every file that was actually sent. And by clicking on that file type, they can actually download the file and see what was included. This functionality is important because oftentimes there's concerns or questions about where a given record came from. For example, if there was a direct mail sale and a customer walked in the door and said, "I've never been in your dealership, where did you get my record?" Now, I'm sure it's never happened in your dealership, but our experience has shown that sometimes direct mail houses will use other sources other than the DMS record to fill out a direct mail order. Oftentimes this can cause confusion with customers and may add to liability. With the DealerVault solution, this reporting functionality allows you to put the responsibility where it actually lies. If you didn't provide the record, then it came from the direct mail house, and this gives you the ability to prove that. Today, this technology is built on experience that's been gathered by pulling data from over 22,000 dealerships for over 10 years. We've addressed the concerns and the issues around safety, security, and compliance. But equal to that is functionality. We create a very simple, easy-to-use interface. We preload this interface with all of the requirements of your selected vendor. We take care of all the heavy lifting, the data elements, the file types, the file naming conventions, the delivery protocols. Do they want only new records? Do they want a historical view? Do they want every record or just updated and changed records? Are all taken into consideration before that is loaded into the interface. With the DealerVault application, we also create a bridge between the data movement contractually. So every DealerVault vendor actually signs a contract between the vendor and DealerVault saying that they're going to safeguard the data appropriately. Every vendor is required to have a contract directly with the dealership, but the DealerVault contract affords the dealership or the dealer group additional protections. That contract is available on our website for your review.